Reclaim the Night is a really big march against sexual violence against women, street harassment, rape culture and victim blaming. It's been around for a really long time. It started in 1977, around the time of the Yorkshire Ripper, when the police basically told women to stay inside and gave them a curfew to kind of stop themselves from being attacked, and a group of women kind of got together and said, like, we have as much right as anyone to be on these streets, and organised the first Reclaim the Night, and that was a really important message, and the point is nearly 40 years later we're still doing the same thing. We're still being told by the police and by the media that we should stay inside to stop ourselves being raped. We're still being told that somehow being raped is our own fault, when actually the vast majority of rapes are like the perpetrator is someone that you know, and it's not kind of a stranger on the street that drags you down the alley. Like, it happens and it's terrifying, but that's not the norm. So that's kind of like what Reclaim the Night is about. It's the fact that we still have to do this, and it's awful.
I'm reclaiming the night so I don't have to walk home at night with my keys between my fingers.
I'm reclaiming the night because I'm sick of being told to take sexual harassment as a compliment and to just get over it.
Because women should be able to walk freely on the streets without fear of harassment.
I'm reclaiming the night so that hopefully in the future other women won't have to.
This year there's been a lot of high-profile rapes on students, so it's been a really big issue this year, and people have been really angry about the responses from the police and the media and kind of like how unsatisfactory that's been. The issues are on a lot of people's minds, and it's also a really hot topic in the media at the moment as well, especially around the idea of consent and the kind of changes in law around that. So I think there's kind of a combination of the building up of Reclaim the Night in Manchester for the last few years and the climate of students and our communities feeling really angry and scared about how the people in power are basically dealing with these issues. So we have an after party from the march, which is really exciting because it's a really nice environment after everyone's really empowered from the march and kind of like thinking about these issues. And we have a lot of speakers coming to kind of like talk about the issues in more depth and how you can get involved with them and how you can kind of like create more change. And that's really empowering to hear some people's stories as well on those issues.
When they say our skirts are too short, we say don't rape. When they say watch our drink, we say don't rape. I can say that when our MP is more concerned about student parties and noise complaints than women being raped on our street, we will not let him forget it.
I know why I decided to march. I wanted to be that visual reminder. I wanted to march for safety on our streets. I wanted to march for the silent voices of women who have stayed in their homes unable to walk the streets tonight because they would have had to walk back home. And there is the issue, the fact that we can't be free enough to do what any, we believe, man has got the right to do. We can't wear a skirt that's short because if we do, we're making a statement. The only statement I'm making is, do you like my legs? I do. Thank you. And as my poster over there said, just because you can see it does not give you the right to touch it.
Wherever we go, yes means yes and no means no.
The shield of my mother, blazing wild and furious. stood this ground 3 decades ago and remains shadowlight behind me. I am the sword of my grandmother, who held her tongue and bit it and bled the blood red of a trodden woman and soaked her lips in power, kissing the scorch of her memory onwards. I am poem. Hear me scream, hear me cry and rip and break, hear me shatter, hear me make. I am poem, feel me breathe, accordion lungs make music through your teeth, feel my inkness beneath squeezing fingers.
As far as I'm concerned, basically, if there's a rapist about, men stay indoors and women go and do what they like outside.
This is what you get for not smiling. This is what you get for wearing makeup. This is what you get for having a bare face. This is what you get for having long hair, short hair, red hair, blonde hair, grey hair, black hair, pink hair, no hair. This is what you get for having long legs. This is what you get for having short legs. This is what you get for having breasts. This is what you get for having a face. And mostly, in closing, I applaud the work of every single individual in this Manchester University Students' Union who believes, including you all out here, who believes that this was worth walking for, worth fighting for, and worth shouting for. Shout from the rooftops. Women united will never be defeated.
Women united will never be defeated. Women united will never